Here we go. Christopher Dale, thanks for the $2. Any thoughts on Hayabusa? His injury was tragic. Yeah, it was for sure. Hayabusa there, Rob. Did you have any interactions with him or thoughts on him?
Yes, I did. Yeah, so I don't know if people realize this, but the way Sabu told me, when Sabu was working for FMW, he was like top indie guy. Like when I first came to ECW, 96, 97, Sabu that's why he's going like this. He's like, I'm at the top of the list, motherfuckers. Top draw. He was wrestling for FMW, but eventually he went and he left them for New Japan because he had a really bigger, better offer. He said that leaving them with Hayabusa was like leaving like a part of him for them. And he said, that Hayabusa's character is meant to embody Sabu's image, which obviously it's Sabu's outfit with a head gimmick, right? Head wrap or whatever. Like,
yeah.
It's got Sabu pants and I noticed that a long time ago, and then he was doing like Sabu like moves. But the way he told me way back then was that he endorsed the Hayabusa gimmick, and because he was leaving FMW, he didn't want the company to be hurt. He wanted them to continue to grow. He's always really cared like that. He's always like, when he's invested. When he's got his time in it, even he's invested into it. Like even if he's doing indie shows, even when it wasn't, for the best money or whatever, sometimes he would still he just loves the business, Sometimes he would be like, man, they could really do something here. They got a nice building here, and he just like cared about all that. Sometimes he would give them advice and stuff. He's always been like that. But when I think about Hayabusa, I just think it's so crazy that just like one little slip up on any given night could change your life that much forever. That's what I think of when I think of Hayabusa, and I've had some other reminders as well. But with that one, I can really relate because I'm in the ring, and and sometimes I would just think like, oh my God, what he must think of me taking a DDT, spiking my head into the mat, like I wonder if he thinks like, hey, asshole, don't do that. You can fucking walk, and I wondered about that.
Yeah, man, it's definitely one of the tragic aspects of being in that being in the sport,
One little slip up and he's paralyzed. And how many dozens or hundreds of nasty bumps have I taken where I land on my face and my body's all scorpioned like the ridiculous logo and everything's tingling on fire? How many times have I done that? Gone for a split leg moonsault. I remember one time in a match with Alberto Del Rio, I went out for a split leg moonsault and one foot didn't get over the rope. It kicked it and one foot did, and it spun me this weird way, and I came down just like I'm talking about, on my face, scorpion, and it gave me that, I guess we call it a stinger or burner, and where your head goes one way and your shoulder goes the other. It's like a football injury where
the stinger, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and but it is like a body stinger. It was one of those times where I was like, did you just fucking paralyze yourself, you idiot? And that's happened a few times. And I think, like, I don't know exactly what it is, that makes those so much different than this guy's one time, falling ugly on his head. And, I hope that he wouldn't look at my style as risking too much, like, in his face.
Mm-hmm.
If you know.
Yeah. I'm sure, like, I obviously can't think for him, obviously, but I'm sure, like, he's probably aware, like, yeah, that's the name of the sport, and that's unfortunate that shit happens. That's really unfortunate.
It is.
Tough.